So I welcome you guys back to my podcast over here. So what I'm doing now is every single day I wake up, I straight away start an audio podcast. I straight away start to plan my life. I straight away start to see exactly what I need to do to succeed daily. So for myself now, to succeed daily, I need to be doing something in regards to helping people. And that's what I'm doing all day long. So no matter what I do, I have to make popularity online somehow. So what I do is I look for a better way and a better opportunity to do so. I see so every single time I need to go and grow myself. I grow myself through different ways of being and different ways of doing something. So it's much more how I feel. That as I grow myself, I see on TikTok, I see that nice beautiful way of life there. I see how to grow myself differently, and I'm always talking to myself, guys. I'm talking to myself differently. So because I can talk to myself differently always, I'm looking for a better way, a better deal. I'm looking for something to say. I'm looking for better ways of improving myself. I'm looking for something to give you in terms of words. So that's how my day is. I see my day is different. I see it's much more how I just have to plan my whole life, yeah? I'm just planning my life. I'm planning my life. But eventually I see I have to work a 9-to-5 job for now. Just like everybody else. And I focus upon understanding that it's much more how I feel, that there's 30 years of talking to audio, so there's plenty of time for me to teach you something within this time. So what I'm doing is I realize something. I realize that as I grow myself into the best kind of version for myself, I realize it's much more how I feel to keep going and growing for myself over here, because another phone is going to help me to post more content onto YouTube. So do I get myself a new phone today? I promise you now, I feel like I need to get myself a new phone. But what kind of phone? I mean, what kind of phone do I get myself? I promise you that's the thing. I promise you a Samsung A20 Galaxy, in terms of a new one, can help me do the job of posting more content into YouTube. But what do I do? I mean, do I do it or not? I ask Jesus Christ. I can say Jesus Christ says that I already have more than enough content to post online every single day, and it's much more how I feel that I'll let it be that way. I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly about life. I understand straight away how I feel, and I feel different. So as I really grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways of dealing with my life. I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly about life itself, and I'm enjoying my life. So because I'm always focusing on what I say and do, I'm learning something different, yeah? I'm learning to have that nice and beautiful feel about life. I'm learning to have my system in terms of what I say is what I do. And I'm learning very quickly to delay gratification and to go alone in the world as much as I can. So what I need to do is park my car better. In terms of, I have to park this car better. I never own a car. I'm just using my dad's car. And I'll do it a bit that way. A little way. And I feel that you guys need to grow yourselves completely every single day, and you need to wisen up. Like I say, you guys need to wisen up. So what I want to do is help myself to completely have a nice beautiful opinion on myself, and have a dictionary of how to do that. So for myself, it's more how I feel, that no matter what, that I'm living life, but I'm looking for better ways to improve my life. I'm looking for better ways to solve problems for myself. I have a nice beautiful opinion over here that I'm learning very quickly about life, and you guys have to learn very quickly about life as well. So I'm understanding straight away how I feel, and how I feel is different. So how I feel is help myself to do life greater. So since I'm actually helping myself to do life greater, I have to go get myself bread. I have to get myself 2 soy milks, and I have to get myself a juice as well, and that's it. I just go to the store very quickly to get myself content, and it's more how I feel, guys, and how I feel is different. I'd say how I feel is totally different to how I think and feel. So I'm always doing something to help my life to succeed, guys. And now my phone is something that I need to charge. I have to charge my phone, and I left my chargers over here. I see something now. I can say straight away, I'm able to check my phones. I'm able to check my phone right in the morning to make sure that my phone has internet. In terms of that my phone has its way of being through the actual phone content. So what I'm doing now is I'm just making sure I'm doing my internet over here with the internet of Miller Central. And I'm just doing a quick survey to get the internet I deserve. And I'm learning very quickly about life, yeah? I'm learning how to study. I'm learning how to become nice and beautiful for myself. So I'm actually learning something different in the process of everything. So as I really grow myself differently, I'm looking for a better opportunity to show myself that I need to charge my phone every single night before bed, and I have to check the nice and beautiful plan of the nice and beautiful life over here, which is a free network. I have to make sure I check my phone and make sure that it's alive and well before I go do something else. And before I go to the shopping centre, I have to check my phone to see is my phone working and is it up and running. I see anyway. I see it's more how I feel. I see anyway. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for ways to improve. I'm looking for ways to have my life much greater. And I just focus on helping myself to succeed differently. That's what I do. See, so now I have time to succeed differently, and I'm looking for better ways of explaining things. I'll make sure I'm doing something new, yeah? I'll make sure you guys understand that if you have no phone today to sign in to the nice and beautiful remote areas of your life over here, then you can always sign in via paper format. So they allow you to sign in via paper. So you have to go and grow yourself anyway. And I'm learning very quickly. I'm learning how to become the best version of myself. I'm learning very quickly about understanding what I need to do. And as you grow yourself, you have to... So anyway, so I have my passport coming up very soon. So what I do is I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to have my life much greater than before. But now, since I'm actually understanding that in this lifetime I can become a millionaire in plastic money, but I have to have more confidence. I have to have more planning skills. I have to do more planning. So no matter what I do, is I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to do everything for free. So no matter what, I have to do my music production, and I have to do life coaching. And now life coaching is for free always. Life coaching is for free always. And now, guess what? Probably with my life coaching business skills, and for somebody to call me, I'm probably they're never going to call me. But that's because somehow I have to make them more aware that I'm successful. And now I'm trying, but the thing is, that it just dies away for my life over here. And I move on. Actually now, I deserve to understand straight away that I deserve to recollect my memories, and everything I've done on my Instagram and stuff like that. I can go back to 1 week at a time. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what I do, that if I do that, actually it's more how I feel. That I just go and help myself to deliver information. So every single day of my life, I'm learning how to grow myself differently, and I'm learning how to dwell upon life much greater, and I keep going. I have much more business skills in the process anyway, and what I want to do is help deliver my business card and still keep going and still learn business along the way. And I let it be that way because I understand that they are dying out on me. Most people are dying out on me, and I have to understand how to grow myself. But it's more how I feel that no matter what I do, that life is different for myself over here, and I have to learn how to grow myself differently. That's what I mean. So if I do anything to help myself to grow myself, I'm looking for better ways of improving. I'm looking at the times I went to fishing. I mean, fishing was such a waste of time. It was such a waste of time for me, I promise you. People go on boats and they go fishing. And you must understand that it's such a waste of time to go fishing for fish. I mean, go fish for wisdom instead. And I learned something, regardless of the situation, is something that I'm going to help myself the most over here and what I'm doing anyway. So I'm never ever stupid for what I'm doing. But I have a USB file, and I help to ask somebody out there who has a TIN number to do it for me. So I can ask my own family to do it for me, but I can ask myself to do that for myself somewhere down the line. But I just call them. I have to call the audible.com website. I have to call them. I have to call ACX and see what's. I have to call the RRRS and I have to do it myself otherwise. Because that's 33 years of content and more of audio programs. So I have to keep going and a little bit that way. And then I have to see what I can do with all that I can do. I have to unlock that information. And then anyway, with my quote books, I can easily penetrate somebody else to do it for me. And I give them $5,000. I can give them money to go and do it for me. I understand. I can easily do that for myself over here. And no matter what, that's more how I feel. I just put it into ebooks on Kindle publishing, on Kindle. And on Kindle I just go ahead and dwell upon my life much greater. To do it differently, and I'm learning very quickly about life. And I'm learning how to help myself to succeed. And I'm learning how to grab the spotlight for myself now. And now for myself over here, I'm learning very quickly about life. That no matter what, that I deserve those opportunities. I deserve to be a mega star, but guess what? I'm already a mega star in my life. So what I do is I move up, I move forward, I move in a direction of helping myself to succeed differently. And no matter what I do, I'm looking for better ways of improving. So what I want to do is help myself to succeed. I want to help myself to succeed differently. So I'm watching out for my eye, I'm watching out for how I talk, and I have more ideas about life. But I'm the one who generates those ideas. I'm the actual everything in my life. So no matter what, I can learn straight away how I can go and help myself to succeed differently. But no matter what, I have no shame. I have no shame for who I am. I have no shame for who I am. I'm making sure you understand straight away that you can clean up dog shit with a rack or any kind of those nice and beautiful brushes with the pan or brush, and you can clean up all this rubbish and put it into something so you can understand. You bring the bin over with yourself and you clean it up really quickly. And it's not sure how it is. So no matter what I do now, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to understand straight away how people are and how people are stuck online doing nothing. And people go throughout life doing nothing. But I'm actually going to be somebody who's doing far more audio content than everybody else, because I understand straight away how I can do it. So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, that my business has to skyrocket. So what do I need to do on YouTube now to succeed more and more? Well, should look at Joel Austin. Well, she has only 2 million followers out of so many people in life, and she only has 2 million followers. But that guy deserves more than that. But although every single day, you must understand that no matter what I do, I'm learning very quickly upon laughing, in terms of laughing with myself, to have myself a good time. But I'm learning something different. I'm learning something different for my life. That I'm learning how to grow myself differently. I'm learning to become the best version of myself. And I can see straight away how people are making their YouTube channels and what they're doing on YouTube. But no matter what, I just have one account on YouTube. And I was never meant to delete my YouTube account before, but a little bit that way. I move on. I made the time back somehow. I made all my time back. And what I want to do is just walk around all day long planning my life, because I just deserve it. I deserve to have a great way of life. And it's all how it is, guys. So I'm looking to help myself to succeed differently, yeah? And if you succeed differently, then learn the art of helping yourself to love your life. It's all you have to do. It's much more how I have a backyard. I promise you, there's people sleeping in a Q-Space hotel right now who have no big space like I do. Gosh, there's people in hostels who have no big space like I do at the moment. I understand. Gosh, they have no alone time. Gosh, I have alone time. Gosh, there's people sleeping together over there somewhere. Gosh, there's people sleeping together in 4-bedroom dorms and 6 bedrooms, and gosh, they have no bedroom of their own. It's their life. Gosh, you must understand. Gosh, there's other people over there who have a brother and sister who they have to tend to every single day. Gosh, there's other people who are working a 9-to-5 job over there where I never have to. Gosh, there's other people over there who have no water to drink today, and I have water to drink. Gosh, there's people over there that have no YouTube channels, and I have a YouTube channel. Gosh, there's people over there who have no private, in terms of public Instagram, and I have a public Instagram. Gosh, there's people out there who've never done what I've done in life. I mean, they're saying, gosh, yeah. Gosh, that's it. Gosh, you make sure you understand, and no matter what, they all have to achieve more is a better body, and a family, and that's it, and more money. Unfortunately, money, I have money. But I need more money. I need more money coming in. So that's something I have to work on. I have to work on over time. I have to work on perfecting my language skills with people. I have to have better people skills. So how do I have people skills in life? And how do I perform better people skills? Actually, the best way is learn to grow yourself with your words and talk with your words much more, and you'll figure a way. I promise you. Where there's a will, there's a way. I promise you. As long as you are speaking more words, I promise you are cruising this lifestyle. I promise you. And you're cruising the life that you have. I promise you, it's more how I feel. So I'm still at work. I'm still working over here. I'm doing something for nothing. I'm in the sense, so it's much more how it is. And I can make audiobooks happen really quickly. And then suddenly, who is Daniel Milivojevic? Who is this guy? I mean, in a sense, so no matter what I do, I have to showcase myself as the #1 entrepreneur to people. And I have to write something in my description in terms of YouTube descriptions. And I have to post links on it to make sure that no matter what, I can post links on it. And I post my Instagram link. And my Instagram bio link shows me everything that I need so far. And it's all linking together. For sure though, I have to show you something. I can always say New York Times bestseller. I have to become one. I have to become a New York Times bestseller. But that's very easy. So no matter what I do, I realize anyway, I move on. Actually, for me, it's much more interesting to just keep going with myself and keep learning. And nobody can fulfill you guys. But I'm much happier than other people. I mean, in a sense, I'm actually much more aware. Because I'm doing much more content in terms of words. So I walk this life with words, and that's it. So actually, no matter what, that I'm 100% that people are going to be hearing me in terms of what I've been doing on my audio programs. You guys have to understand. You guys have to understand that no matter how much you did get this book for, it's full of ideas. Full of nice and beautiful ideas, and every single one of you are hearing these ideas. My quote books, that's something different. I'm never writing quotes again, because I write it into my quote books in terms of my audio programs and video programs, and all my quotes go into my audio programs and video programs now. And I may write here and there something around a nice and beautiful way of saying that is my PDF files can go in combination, they can go together to help myself to succeed differently. So I'm making sure you understand that my beautiful ways of life that I wrote into my nice and beautiful PDF files can go all into audio programs, or they can go in combination into ebooks, into EPUB books, and you can read it. And you can read everything, and it's on Kindle Publishing. Books site, and you must understand straight away that everything is done. Actually, it's all available for you guys, and you can really understand that it's already available, and it's already available inside of my Mega Drive. So you can read it anyway. I mean, you can read each and every single fucking day that I've been alive on inside of my Mega Drive. But to do extra work, I have to put some extra money in to do some extra work about that. And just to solidify it here is what I mean. And that's why I need to do some extra work. I mean, so no matter what, I can do that. I'll just delegate it to somebody else. And a little bit that way. I'll make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly. And now my music programs, actually there's something I can do with my music programs, definitely. And I can put all my music that I ever have into one music playlist on YouTube. And all my music that I ever have, that I ever made, can go into one playlist on YouTube. And it can be multiple playlists on YouTube. And I can say 2016 album, and I can say 2017 album, or whatever. And it can all go together into those nice and beautiful ways of life. And I can say, hey, this is my remix album. And this is where I've made my remixes for my music. And you guys can definitely download it on YouTube. And that's it. It's more enough for you. Or you can listen to it on Mega Drive. And now the videos with FL Studio, now that's something that I really escalate to show you in my zip file of the full track file, is how you actually find all those nice and beautiful ways of life. So if you're a music producer, then that's for you. I mean, the zip files of all my projects is inside of my Mega Drive, so go and check it out. But you need FL Studio for that, and that's it. I never want to waste my time uploading videos that have no audio in terms of my words in it. I realize anyway, I'm making sure I'm making better tracks now. I'm making something much better with my life, and I'm moving on. I'm moving forward, but life is looking good for me personally. And a little bit away, I have a surprise coming. I have much more of a greater life because I'm willing to help myself grow, and that's how I do it. So anyway, so as I'm growing myself over here, I'm walking my nature. I'm walking my nice and beautiful backyard over here. So I'm understanding that this backyard over here is temporary for me. But thanks to the government of Australia, that they've given me somewhere to live. And they're really actually helping me to grow over here. And I never need to go to the park to walk around. I can walk around here in my backyard. So over here, it's much more, my backyard is my words. And it's never somewhere out there somewhere, but I have a nice and beautiful physical realm over here. And the physical realm backyard is what I'm talking about. And my physical backyard over here, I have a nice and beautiful way of saying it now, that I have some space over here with my physical backyard to go and deliver content to you guys while walking around and helping myself to succeed. So it's much better to live at my dad's at the moment than it is to be at Q Space Hotel. I stick close to family. And I have a nice and beautiful time over here. Because it's for free, and it's a free way to live as well. And I have no worries over here. And I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm looking to help myself to succeed. So what I want to do with my music production skills and everything is I want to upload all of the actual tracks I have in my music albums up online right now also. And I want to tagline it all with a photo of me, or actually a moving video, so people can watch moving videos and stuff like that with these nice and beautiful designs, and a little bit that way. So every single time I'm always developing myself. I'm looking for better ways to deal with life. So what I'm doing is help myself to do that right away. And that's how you guys listen to my albums, and it's all on YouTube. So then I want to help myself have a better radio show and stuff like that. So it's much more how I feel, that no matter what I do, that I'm listening to a better way of life. And I'm going to upload everything I've ever done into these nice and beautiful playlists. And it can be on YouTube, and you guys can listen to it on YouTube whenever you want. And that way, YouTube's here forever, I promise you. I promise you. And now, because I'm understanding that, I'm just going and growing myself differently. So what I want to do is congratulate myself for having the time to talk to you guys, because I'm moving up in my ideas. I'm moving up with ideas, and being next to nature helps me to grow. And I can see straight away I can go for a little holiday, but I never go for holidays. I never go for a little holiday. I just go for working holidays to different places. And now if I go to different places around the world, in terms of Australia, I've been visiting Australia for most of Australia. I understand I've been to most of Australia's plains. I can understand straight away that I can go and see different scenarios and different ways of thinking and different ways of being. And I'm learning very quickly about enjoying myself in the process of what I'm doing. So every single day I'm learning to grow myself differently, and I'm helping myself to succumb to a better idea. So what I want to do is show myself that after the 28th of August, I want to go on the Harbour Bridge. I want to go on the Harbour Bridge, and I also want to get myself a DJ deck. And now, of course, I get myself the DJ deck first, and I perform and I do DJing. I do the DJ deck first, and now try to have no money in your pocket while you live. And now if you live like you're broke, I promise you now you're going to find a real way of life. I promise you, just like John Raymond says, in terms of his life, in John Damon, in terms of John Damon says, like in his book Live Like You're Broke, I promise you, he says, if you can understand how to live like you're broke, then guess what? Probably then you're going to do better. Probably that's how he says it. Probably now he never quotes those words, but he says it something like that. Probably now you must understand that every single day that no matter what I'm doing, is I'm living like I'm broke. But I'm never broke. I'm always somebody who has money. I have more enough money in my pocket. But you have to live like you are broke. Or that I'm never broke. I mean, understand? And you're never broke either. But make sure you understand straight away that you have to understand straight away to live exactly like a broke person does. And you have to live like a broke person does while having all the wealth. And that's a better way to say it. So no matter what I do, is I'm learning how quickly I'm enjoying my life. And I'm enjoying my life differently. I'm looking at different ways to say something. I'm looking for better ways of dealing with life, yeah? I'm looking for myself to give my dad, who doesn't my biological dad, $10, to send him $10 to say, hey, I sent you $10 because you didn't get me the Ivor. I give him $10, and I let him be that way. And it's much more how you understand straight away how to grow yourself. But if you're growing yourself differently, I'm definitely enjoying myself and what I have in terms of my life. I feel that no matter what, it's much more how I'm walking, yeah? I'm walking physically to talk to you guys. Because I need space, I need some space to move around. I need some space to talk to you guys. And it's working out for me. So what I want to do now is I want to go eat something. I want to go eat the nice and beautiful. Over here I have a nice and beautiful Weet-Bix. I'll go eat some Weet-Bix, and then I just go for a walk again and I'll talk to you guys much more. So I'm actually understanding straight away that I'm planning my life while I'm doing everything. So my whole life is a plan, yeah? I'm learning how to grow myself regardless of situation. So every single day of my life needs to be better. I have to do my bed.
I have to really understand to switch off the electricity, because the electricity, I have to switch off the electricity when not in the room. Especially now when I'm never in the room, then I have to switch off the electricity or the air condition. So switch off your air condition and switch off your heater if you're never in the room for it. So here I was just in my room and I had the heater on. I had the heater on for 1 hour and I was never even in the room. So switch off the heater when you go out the doors. So as soon as you go out the door, switch off the heater, so you never forget. Yeah, I understand straight away now. I'm looking for Weet-Bix. I ate some Weet-Bix now, and a little bit that way. I'm learning to grow myself differently. Yeah. See, anyway, so guys, what I'm doing over here is I'm learning to just go for a walk again. And while I'm going for a walk, I'm looking for a better way of ideas. So I'm looking to understand straight up that I need to go and do much greater for myself regardless of the situation. And I'm learning how to dwell upon, help myself to see that my 29th birthday and my 29 years of age over here is much better than 28 years of age. And I'm understanding straight away that I'm looking to help myself to improve. But I just ate some Weet-Bix and I'm feeling full now. And Weet-Bix is nice and beautiful for me to have at any time. And no matter what, I'm looking for a quick fix always to do better. And now quick fix, I mean by having food that never have to, in terms of where I never have to cook it or clean or stuff like that. But I do clean myself up after I finish food. I do clean up the dishes, I do clean up after myself. But I'm looking always for a quick fix, or for example for quick food. I eat quick food or fast food. That's never ever the type of fast food that you think about. I never have the type of fast food that you think about. I'm having vegan fast food. That's actually beans or anything that's really made already in a can, or already just made already, where I can just go and eat straight away and just put the ingredients together and eat it without having to cook it or without having to boil it. I mean, do you understand? First, you must understand straight away that no matter what, that as I grow myself differently now, I'm looking for a better way to help myself to deliver. But as soon as I go for a walk, there's no time for a cigarette. I mean, cigarettes are only when you sit down and you have nothing to do, and then you're smoking cigarettes all day long like an idiot. Actually, that's what cigarettes for. I mean, cigarettes are for idiots. I mean, never ever smoke cigarettes. And now, guess what? I apologize. Apparently, cigarettes are never for idiots. Apparently, cigarettes are for those who are unable to live without them. Understand? Apparently, that's it. Apparently, now, anybody who smokes cigarettes is more likely to die than those people who never smoke cigarettes. So you be the persecutor in that. I mean, you be the judge. You understand? I mean, you be the executioner. And you must understand straight away that every single day that if I execute anything, I execute action. And I say to all of you today that no matter what I do, that you realize every single time that I'm somebody who has a greater life now. I'm understanding that my Baki, let's say, is gone from this world now. I'm understanding that she's giving me silence, just like my grandparents now are all giving me silence now. And I'm understanding straight away that my dad's next. I see from my family, my dad's next. So no matter what, I feel that I have to be here to witness this. But there's only so much time that I can go and grow myself, where I have to go and put the funeral together. And now, how do I make the funeral? Which that's the thing. I have to advise people to come. But Mira can do that for me. And that's the thing. So I have to plan the funeral. And the funeral can be somewhere where my dad wants it to be. And I'll let it be that way. Gosh, my dad may be alone in the funeral. I mean, you must understand anyway. But what's important for me is to visit him every now and then when I can. But no matter what I'm doing, is I'm learning how to grow myself here. I'm learning how to have a nice and beautiful foundation of life within me, to learn how to grow up. So if the police catch me for some reason to put me into jail for any reason, then I just go to jail. I mean, so if the police catch me that I threw the knife down the gutter, because that's all I've just done, I just threw a knife down the gutter, and if they catch me on that, unfortunately they can put me in prison for that. But if they do put me, and I realize if they do put me in prison, or if they do come up to me asking questions about it, I'll just be honest with them. That yeah, I threw it down the gutter. And that's it. Apparently it's much more how it feels. I feel that no matter what, that it's much more how I need to go and grow myself regardless of the situation. So every single time now, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to have a nice and beautiful time with myself. So what I want to do is help myself to deliver information, services, and I'm looking to help myself to deliver content. But the longer the time goes, in terms of life, the better. But it's much more how I feel. And no matter what, then my life is done. And I always have freedom at the end of the tunnel anyway. So every single time, I'm looking for a better way of improving myself, to love my life differently, and to understand straight away what I've done is to never go backwards. So I'm understanding straight away how I feel. And no matter what I'm doing daily, is I'm looking to help myself to see exactly what I need to do to succeed. Differently, it's to walk it up and to walk and to do better and to feel my life much greater. To make sure that no matter what, now I'm looking for better ways to improve. And just let it be that way. I'll move up. I move up in what I do. I mean, yes, and I feel that no matter what, everything's fallen apart from everything. I feel that no matter what, that I've never fallen apart. I feel that no matter what, that life goes on. I'm looking to see straight away how to grow myself differently, and I feel that my dog over here is always eating the same food, and my dog over here is unable to live by itself. Otherwise it dies. Otherwise it will die on its own accord. So every single time I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to have situations where my life is going on, and my life is going on in a better way, and a better manner, and better mannerism. So I'm understanding straight away how I feel. Now I'm learning very quickly how to grow myself, and I'm learning to make music. I'm learning to do everything I can. I'm learning to have a nice and beautiful channel with my YouTube channel, and now with my YouTube channel, approaching it's much more how I post now. I have to post daily. I post daily for now, and if I post weekly now, it's much more how I feel. That I can, it's much more how I feel. That no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. That makes no difference. It makes no difference. Now, I understand straight away to go weekly on YouTube channel, and I feel that no matter what, it's much more how I feel. I feel if I post daily, I can post daily. I feel although, why not? I post daily on YouTube, and just let it be. I just let it be daily on YouTube. And now since I'm actually on YouTube daily, I'm corresponding to a better way of life. I'm looking to help myself to improve daily. I'm looking to understand straight away that I'm improving myself in what I'm doing. But no matter what I do, I need some fresh air, I need some space to talk to people. And that's it. What else can I do? I mean, all I can do now is consume content I promise you, physical aspects of life and work on my physical aspect of life while I'm talking to you, and it's not sure how I feel. And no matter what, that I'm looking for better ways to improve. But for my physical aspects of life, I realize it's much more how I need to love myself and grow myself differently, and I need to understand straight away how I feel about life, and I feel that everything's different, and I feel no matter what that I have a nice and beautiful way of life for myself. Always I have something different happening, and I have a nice and beautiful deal of life where I have a nice and beautiful feel about life, about myself, being much more around life. So no matter what I do, I'm learning how to become my best version. So what I want to do with YouTube especially is just keep going. I understand that if I post for 1 week at a time, I realize that definitely my YouTube channel is dying, and over time my YouTube channel is growing. And now if I do a 1 hour video explaining myself much more in video, then somebody's going to be watching that on YouTube. I probably definitely. So why not put the time in? Why not put the time in? And now are people going to be watching my Instagram? Definitely. I ask Jesus Christ, is Instagram going to be here for a long while? Jesus Christ says, yeah. Definitely. Now, a little bit that way. So I promise you, although in the future something may be a price to pay, I promise you must understand that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel, that my life over here, to rely on them, whereas I must never rely on other people to do anything, and that's why I'm doing extra work regardless. And that's why I'm understanding now what to do. I'm understanding that my life over here is different. I'm understanding that straight away that I need to go and grow myself, but what I need to do today is different. I need to be able to go and grow myself. I need to be able to help myself to improve. But you can understand straight away that ants can climb up trees. Little ants can climb up trees. For sure though, anything can climb up trees these days. For sure, every single day, you must understand that if you want to become the best version of yourself, then look for a way to climb your life ahead of the game, and look for ways to improve yourself. That's all you can do, is help yourself to find strength. I promise you, if you can help yourself to find strength with yourself, to live with yourself daily, to succumb to something greater for yourself, then go for it. Your life can be boring if you're never doing words. I promise you, although I understand straight away I'm doing much more words anyway, so I'm understanding straight away how I need to consume content. But then consuming content is just what I can do. But what kind of content do I consume today? I have to consume any content that helps me grow. So anything that's audible.com, and I can consume that kind of content, and I can definitely do much greater for myself. I feel that no matter what, that there's so much to do in life. I feel my house is over here in the woods, so I'm actually always finding better traditional ways of life, looking for different ways of thinking and different ways of being, and I'm looking for ways to improve my life. I'm looking for different ways to have myself a different type of lifestyle. So what I need to do is always grow myself differently, and have to help myself to say hello as well to different ways of being and different ways of doing life. I see anyway. So it's more how I feel that if neighbours are in terms of if you see neighbours, then just say hello. Understand? I mean, when you say hello, just wave at them. Hello. And that's how you actually grow yourself. And if you show people more silence, then it's the best way forward. To show people more silence. But be someone who is encouraging yourself to grow with words every single day of your life. I can say learn how to grow yourself regardless of the situation. And learn how to help yourself to understand what you need to do. So every single time now, I'm learning, yeah? I'm learning to become that nice and beautiful version of life. So I need to help myself to grow. So every single time, learn how to grow yourself and learn how to embark on a better journey for yourself. And I feel that no matter what, I feel other people are listening in toward I. I feel other people are listening toward I, and they're listening in toward I, because they want to see what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is I'm doing 1 hour coaching video every single day in video. And now in video, Moshe, now guess what? I say guess what? Moshe, it's much more go the most affordable way and enjoy. So what's the most affordable way for me to do YouTube and social media today? Moshe Weekly. Upload 1 podcast weekly on YouTube and upload 1 minute video on YouTube. But nah, I say just upload 1 hour weekly podcast of me on YouTube. It's the most affordable way for me right now. And shall I do it? I ask Jesus Christ. I see Jesus Christ saying go for it. But hold on. I mean, Jesus Christ says that if you really, really want to do that, I mean, what does Jesus Christ do in my situation? Well, Jesus Christ says, go and be on top of it. And be on top of it. I see Jesus Christ posting as much as he can on videos as himself as he can on YouTube. I see Jesus Christ doing that, but do I really? I can see Jesus Christ is saying that he rather post videos than audios, and I understand that. I realize anyway. I realize I can afford to do 1 hour videos a day on YouTube right now, and everything else is audio programs. And if you can afford to do it right now, and if you can do it now, then do it. I mean, just then. For sure though, just never waste your time. For sure, it's much more how I feel. You guys must understand straight away how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that my business is skyrocketing, but anyway, people are watching that. And people are watching my videos on YouTube, definitely. And anything that's on YouTube, definitely, people are watching it for lifetimes. So never ever shame myself about that. I mean, people are watching everything I do. So I feel like sleeping because I feel like there's nothing to do, but there is something to do in the words, always. And in the words, I have something to do in the words. But I just slept for 18 hours. I mean, in a sense, so I slept a long time. I realized anyway. I realized if I go inside the house over here, I can start consuming content. I can start consuming content. I feel that life gets boring if I stop talking. And that's how my life is now. I mean, why do I live this life? I ask Jesus Christ. I ask Jesus Christ, why do I live this life? I mean, Jesus Christ says, I see I have to do a better job anyway. I see it's like I'm sick of this life. I'm never sick of this life. I ask always just to see answers. I see it's all because of I. See, it's more how I feel. I feel that I'm in annoyance. I'm never in annoyance. I'm just doing I. I'm just doing I. I'm being positive. about the situation. I'm learning how to grow myself completely. I'm looking for a better way to do life. I'm very positive with myself. And where can I go now to expand myself? Gosh, nowhere but here. Gosh, it's the best I can do. Gosh, it's the best I can do, but that's how it is. Gosh, if I go to Brisbane now, gosh, I want to be closer to family anyway. I want to be closer to family. And the closer I am to family, the better. And it's more how I feel. And a little bit that way. I answer straight away how I feel. I feel much more different. I feel much more alive. I feel that I'm learning very quickly about how to love my life differently. I'm looking at different ways of life. I'm looking at different ways of being. I'm looking to help myself to explain something, to enjoy. I'm enjoying my life differently. And definitely doing a greater job for myself. I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best I can. And now, I understand that other people have a great legacy in what they're doing. But you also have to understand straight away that if you want a great legacy, you have to have a YouTube channel. You have to be doing something far more than them in something. So enjoy and have a greater body and have a greater look about yourself. Because that's how you have to enjoy yourself, yeah? I'd say you guys need to enjoy yourself differently, and you guys need to enjoy yourself to grow yourself differently and enjoy loving your life. I promise you now, all the time I'm looking at different ways of being and different ways of doing stuff. I'm looking at different updates around the world. I'm looking to understand straight away that I need to grow myself, so as I grow myself differently, I'm looking at different ways of being and different ways of doing. So you just have to live life. Live life differently and live life consuming content. Consume content and see what you can do about situations around life, and be curious about everything. I'm always curious about everything. I'm always curious. See, anyway, so as I really help my life to do life greater, I'm understanding somebody's watching me because they gave me a like on YouTube, and I'm looking at being the best version of myself. So I need to go and grow myself differently. I need to go my Instagram channel, and I need to go and just select photos. I need to select 10 photos and post them up on Instagram, and then that way I'm learning very quickly about life, and that's how I'm learning very quickly about what I need to do to become successful. And I'm learning how to enjoy myself, yeah? So no matter what I do, I'm always learning how to enjoy myself in the midst of the moment, and I have to go and put time into effectiveness. I have to put my nice and beautiful finances in. I have to do my financing, and I have to give my dad $10. So I pay someone over here. I say I pay Dula Milivojevic. I just say $10. I just say rent. I say let it be that way. I give him $10. say $10 to my dad. Say sent to my, I just say I sent to my dad. And a little bit that way. I could say you guys need to grow yourself differently, and you have to show yourself different amounts of favors in life. So 19th of August I have $11.90 over here. $11.90. I say I gave food and drinks. My only. I'd say I gave food and drinks. I see now. Anyway, so as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to improve myself. But that's what you guys need to do. And you guys need to help yourself to accustom to a greater way of life. It's actually helping you move forward. And that's it. I promise you, if you guys can move forward today, that's all you have to do. I promise you, learn how to, just learn how to love your life, yeah? Learn how to be the best version of yourself is what you guys need to become. Because no amount of cigarettes and no amount of drugs is going to ever help you talk more words. But what helps you talk more words is the healthiest thing. And just stick to the healthiest thing, yeah? See, it's more how it is. See, if you want to help yourself to grow, to help yourself to do much greater in life, to do much greater aspects of life differently, and learn how to penetrate people, to have a better time with them, to understand yourself at least. And it's more how it is. So I did all this nice and beautiful work on Instagram to gain that many followers. I see it's more how I see life and how fair it is. I can see how fair my life is. So what I do now is I let it be that way. I let my nice and beautiful life be ahead of the game. I'm learning quickly about life itself. I'm learning to abruptly help myself to find love and freedom in my life. I have life and freedom in my life. So no matter what I do, I'm always listening to the best advantage of life differently with myself. I'm actually helping myself to dwell upon better ways of dealing with life, guys. So as I really grow myself differently, I'm helping myself to never skip a step in my life. So be able to talk words, and the more words you speak, the better. So be outdoors. Be outdoors. And learn to persuade yourself to do greater. Otherwise, if I was in Q Space Hotel right now, I'd be talking to you, and I'd be making music. I'd be making music in the Q Space Hotel. I'd be going for a walk somewhere. So I'd be going for a walk, and that's it. I promise you, I'd be playing the music. I'd be pumping my music all the way around the coronavirus pandemic over there. And no matter what, I realised something. If I call the police station to ask, is it possible to do a busking performance? I promise you, they may say no. Because that's just the way it is. I promise you, I can call them. I see it's much more how I feel. I see anyway, so as I grow myself differently, I learn to just do my busking performances after 28th of August, and I have time. I have time because the date today is the 20th of August, so I'm not saying that I have 8 days, and after 8 days I gotta do what I need to do. So no matter what, I figure out a better way, that I'm already someone who's done that, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly that my life is going into audio programs all day long. And that's it. Honestly, what else can I do? I mean, all I can do is help myself to speak more words. I speak more words over my life. I mean, you understand? I talk much more. I'm looking for ways of improving. But that's why I have to go and consume content. And once I consume content, I gain more ideas, and then I get to speak about everything I consume. I'm sure that my YouTube channel is growing. And now my YouTube channel is something that I understand something. It's always growing. But shall I push it back to weekly? I ask Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ says, nah. When Jesus Christ says daily, I mean do it daily. I do it daily. And now I ask Jesus Christ what do I do daily on YouTube? I mean Jesus Christ says videos. I mean Jesus Christ wants me to do a video a day. For actually now how much duration does Jesus Christ want me to do? I mean Jesus Christ says 1 hour or 1 minute. I said Jesus Christ says 1 hour videos on YouTube a day and per day. I can do that. And it's a video as well. And it's a video, so it's actually going to be on YouTube forever. And stick to it. And stick to it. And then how about on Instagram? Jesus Christ. I mean Jesus Christ says push it back to weekly and do 3 posts a day, or do I do 3 posts a week? I mean Jesus Christ says 3 posts a week on actual Instagram and 1 hour video on YouTube per day. And just stick to it. And that's it. And just do that all my life. And it'll be that way. I learned to put all the videos together and let it be a motivational video. And let it be that way. I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to enjoy. I'm learning to enjoy myself regardless of the situation. And let it be that way. I ask Jesus Christ what to do next. Like I said, Jesus Christ is saying, just keep up. Just keep it up. Jesus Christ wants me to keep it up, and let it be that way. I feel how I understand. Hello. See, I'm looking at different ways of improving. Yeah. I'm looking for ways to help my life to succeed. So that was just my neighbour over there. And I'm learning. My neighbour has nurses. I'm looking to help myself to enjoy. So as I enjoy myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to improve. And I find my way throughout life. I find a better way, I find something different to say and do. And I'm looking for better ways to improve myself, yeah? So what I need to do is a different way of life. So it's much more how I feel. I'll go inside doors now. I've been too much in the sun now. I love it that way. And what I want to do now is help myself to consume content. And life can get boring, I can tell you right now. If you're never doing something meaningful, then life can get very boring. I promise you. So myself over here, I'll look to do my bed. I look to do my bed over here. And I look to do a great job. I look to clean up my mess over here. So I have a mess going on. So what I want to do is help myself to relieve myself of the mess. I want to clean up. I want to clean up everything. I want to go wash the dishes. I want to help myself to improve myself personally. So that's how I feel about life. I feel you guys have to improve yourself. And I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about how to do my life much greater. So I'm learning how to deliver content. So as I deliver content, I'm looking for better ways of thinking and doing strategies. I'm looking for better ways to help myself to improve. But that's how I'm actually understanding something. I'm the only guy in the earth right now doing so many audio programs every single day. I'm doing so many audio programs a day that it's just how it is. I feel people have to be doing audio programs all the time because that's how you're never wasting time like this. And you're looking for better ways to improve while also recording and documenting your life, while also helping your life to succeed and have a greater legacy in the process. That's all you have to be doing every single day. And that's how I feel about life. And I'm ahead of the time. I'm ahead of my life right now. I'm looking for a better way regardless. I'm just helping myself to succeed differently, and I'm looking for better ways to improve. So that's what you guys need to do. And you guys need to help yourself to deliver information and be ahead of the content and be ahead of the pleasure and be ahead of delaying gratification. So make sure you understand to delay gratification, guys. And that way you're enjoying yourself while also washing dishes. You're doing an audio podcast and you're making sure that you're documenting your life straightforwardly, like I am right here. And that way you can do a greater job for yourself. So you have to really relieve yourself of something that's never working to go and do something that actually works for you. And learn how to persuade yourself, yeah? Learn how to have yourself a great time. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning how to grow myself this way. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for a better way to improve my life. I'm looking for ways to help myself to succeed differently. And definitely, I'm looking for ways to improve myself definitely. I feel that no matter what, I have my time over here with myself much greater. I have a greater time for myself. And I'm learning to see straight away to develop my life in a better manner. But there's nowhere else to go, guys, except right here at my dad's house, for myself at least. I'm understanding that. I'm understanding that no matter what I do, is I'm growing myself differently. And I'm growing myself in a way that's helping me move forward, yeah? I see that dairy milk has 3.3 grams of protein per 100 gram. I'm learning how to be healthy. I'm learning to be healthier for myself. I'm learning to have the information I need to succeed. I'm learning anyway, regardless of the situation, I'm learning how to have much more better quality thinking and doing in my life. I'm doing something special and helping myself to succeed differently, and I'm helping myself to have more around life. I'm helping myself to see more about life, and that's positive for me personally, and that's how I feel, and that's how I do life. I do life differently toward everybody else, and that's how I see life anyway. I see life as doing a nice and beautiful job for myself. I see that life is traveling with family alone. Life to travel alone, nobody else is coming with you anywhere except you. So it's much better to travel with family than it is to travel alone. I promise you. Although you have to understand straight away that if you're happy to travel alone without your family, then it can actually work out for you. But make sure you understand straight away how I feel. I feel you guys must understand that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for a better way of dealing with life. And I'm looking for better ways of dealing with life myself. For myself. And I'm looking for better ways of dealing with everything to help myself to succeed. So my passport's coming out very soon. Single passport's coming very soon. And I have to book the vaccine. I have to book vaccines to get myself a vaccine. And I have a huge line over there. So what I do is I perform and outperform people in terms of what I'm doing. And what am I doing? I'm just doing my recollection of memories for myself. I'm doing different aspects of life differently and looking to help myself to succeed. I'm looking to help myself to grow myself, and that's it. I'm learning how to grow myself regardless of the situation. So since I actually have all the papers done for my life over here, I'm looking to help clean myself over here. I'm looking to clean my room over here of the mess I made. I'm looking to help myself to have a great time with myself over here. So no matter what, I see how boring life can be. I have no hate for anybody. I love everything. And I'm learning how to grow myself in the process of everything. It's actually working out for me. It works out for me to have a great life for myself. And I feel, and no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life and how I grow. I mean, how I grow is different. How I grow is a different way of life. So that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what I'm doing, that I'm learning that nice and beautiful aspect of life. That is me and I helping myself to grow. So you guys have to help yourselves to grow yourself just as much as I have to help myself to grow myself. And that's how it is. I mean, you guys have to understand straight away how I feel about life. And I feel different. I feel that I'm trying my best over here to have the best kind of time for myself, because that's how I actually see life here. I see life differently. Anyway, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to help myself to succeed differently, is what I mean. So every single time I'm learning to have a good time for myself. And that's how I feel. I feel that because I have a free life to live, because I'm living for free, I have much more empathy toward myself over here, to grab life by its horns and to say, hey, I'm prospering and I'm successful, as you can see. And that's how I feel. I can use my plastic bags. I can use these Woolworths plastic bags to put my rubbish into. Put my rubbish into the Woolworths plastic bag. And a little bit that way. And move up. I mean, do you understand?